Today we are checking Epic the musical dashboard from Tableau Public. The way to read this dashboard is based on the sagas. For each music saga there are multiple songs, and based on the selected metrics, which are dance, energy, happiness and speech, it will show how that metric is performing by number of solid dots for each song. The number of stars denotes how many popular songs are there for each saga. For each metric, we are comparing all the sagas and their respective songs based on the selected metric of dance, energy, happiness and speech. If I change the metric from energy to dance, each individual song's rating will change. Let's see how we can derive such type of chart for our custom use case. I have downloaded the Tableau workbook to deep dive further. This whole radial chart is being developed using just one chart, and metric selection chart is developed differently and placed on top of original chart to give the required aesthetic. Let's revert it back. Let's go inside the primary chart to see what type of data we need to build this chart. Let me reformat the sheet to see things better. There are total 13 marks to plot 13 radial paths, which are going from inner to outer circumference. Before going further, let me walk you through all the required dimensions and measures and calculated fields we would need to plot this chart. The basic data looks like this. We have primary sagas and their underlying songs, along with their dance, energy, happy and speech ratings. An end goal is to create this XY matrix based on these ratings and mathematical formulas to plot the distinct song for each saga. Let's choose one of the radial path to analyze how the plotting is being created. Out of 13 radial paths, let's check how the make point 0 to 10 is being plotted. There are 13 individual X and Y calculation for each radial path. Let's open one of them. To achieve the desired radial path, we are using this mathematical expression, which will define its X and Y coordinates using the sine and cos functions. Degrees 1/3 is giving us the increment of each song in terms of position to plot against the map. Once we have this basic information for each song within saga based on selected metrics, we can build our custom radial chart. The whole chart is plotted against auto-generated latitude and longitudes with the help of 13 individual circle marks. Let's check one of the radial paths to get started, which is 0 to 10. The plotting information is being provided to Tableau with the help of collect function, which works with the make point functions which we created before. If I remove this, it won't be able to create this radial path, and it is applicable for each mark. Let me revert it back. This is the core of making this chart. You can select your custom shapes and apply your individual color logic to create this rating-like illusion. Even though it seems like these dots are full, there are placeholders for each of those circles. It's just that using the color logic, we are hiding it. If there isn't any metric information available at that spot, we are asking Tableau to give a specific color so that it would appear as a blank. Apart from this, to achieve this continuous radial path, we will need two extra calculated fields, which are marker and time for angles, which are nothing but a continuous circular shapes. We will explain this in next topics. But for now, to create the basic radial charts, you have enough information. Sometimes these calculations can feel overwhelming, but these formulas you can directly use without overthinking, since someone already has put in time and effort to evaluate how these mathematical functions can be used to create these custom shapes. And it is important to keep note of all these formulas, since evaluating them on our own won't be possible unless you spend weeks on calculus. Thank you.